Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Eugene Honrath from Shadow Warriors. I've got Michael Cleveland from Half Life Knives. How are you, man?
Excellent, Eugene. How are you?
Doing well, doing well. So, tell me a little bit about your name and your company and who you are. Kind of a quick synopsis.
Well, I'm Mike Cleveland. I'm 49 years old. I'm a resident of Oklahoma, lifetime. I have a wife, three kids, five dogs, and one cat. Uh, I'm a I'm a full-time knife maker. Uh, Mainly, I concentrate on hard use custom knives that'll do just about anything.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about your background and kind of where you came from. What got you to this point?
I'm both prior military from the Air Force and prior police. It kind of aimed me towards this direction and towards the direction I've went with my knives too, because most of the people that I sell knives to, make knives for, are other people that are either in law enforcement or the military.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for your service. We appreciate that.
You're welcome.
How long were you in the military and then police?
Uh, I was I was in the military right at 3.5 years, and then when I came out of the military, I was a reserve officer for roughly 6 years, and then went full time, and I left that in 2008
Okay.
was when I left the police department.
Okay. And then what did you do after that?
After that, I drove trucks for a while. I worked at Lowe's doing deliveries. I left there. I worked at Budweiser doing beer deliveries, and then once I left Budweiser, of course I was basically making knives full time then.
Oh, okay, okay, awesome. So tell me a little bit about Half Life Knives. Who started it? Is it just you in the company? Do you have any employees?
No employees. I'm the chief cook and bottle washer. My wife is my partner in it. Uh, I operate out of a 14 by 20-foot shop. I do all my own heat treat, and I don't use water jet or laser cutting for my knives. Everything I do is by hand right here.
Okay, all right. So tell me a little bit about what got you into knife making and kind of what that journey's been like.
It it was years ago I made a knife, and I never messed with it again. It was just something I did kind of as a lark because I didn't want to pay for a knife. I made a knife for a buddy of mine who built my son's AR, and it kind of grew on from there.
Okay. Now, do you have a type of knife that you specialize in, or do you just do knives, or you do knives and hawks, or what? What product wise? Tell me a little bit about your what you do.
The main knives I make are normally, like I said, hard use tactical style knives, cleavers. I make pry bars and knucks and little EDC knives also, but for the majority of stuff, I kind of concentrate on the hard use, tactical style knives that can be actually put into use right away. You don't have to hide them away to keep them from getting scratched up.
Okay. You said something about hawks. Do you also do hawks or?
Yes, I make tactical hawks, and I make camping hawks. Right now, those are I'm transitioning those from making them out of 80 CRV2, which is a really good steel. I'm making some out of A2, and my aim is once I'm able to get the supplies in, I'll be making them out of M4 Rex.
M4X? I don't think I've ever heard of that.
M4 Rex, it's a CPM steel.
Okay.
It's made by Crucible.
Oh, okay, okay. So it sounds like every single piece that you do is almost a one off, and that you're not necessarily doing production. You don't really have models or anything like that.
I have a few that I make on a steady basis.
Okay.
The mini Reaper, the Reaper. I make a battle razor and a battle cleaver. Uh, those are the main ones that I do anything even close to production on, and those are pretty limited also. But yeah, I try and stick to doing nothing but custom one-off knives.
Okay. So you work with your customers to find out what their need is, and then kind of go from there, or do you just take like a drawing and do it from there?
It depends on the customer. If they want me to draw something up, I draw something up and we send it back and forth until everybody's happy with what they've got. As far as the design goes, the materials and everything, I work with my customers on that. Uh, some of my customers say, just, I've seen your work, make me something. I don't care what it is, just make it and I'll be happy. So that's kind of it. I'm very fluid with my design process. I allow the customer to be involved as much as possible.
Okay, gotcha. What's the craziest request that you've gotten, whether you've done it or not? What's the craziest request that you've gotten?
It would probably be a double bodied dagger that a guy was wanting me to make, and I didn't make that one. It was a little bit beyond what I was wanting to do.
So
It
explain, what is you said double body dagger? What is that for
Yeah,
those?
it's basically one tang that has two knife bodies coming off of it, two blades coming off of it, both being daggers.
Kind of similar to the dagger that you did uh, maybe a couple months ago, but just has a line down the middle and you can see through it.
Well, this would be two complete daggers
Oh,
on one tang. Yeah, that's why I was like, well, no, I really don't think that one's going to be possible right now.
oh, gotcha. What's the model you like creating the most out of all the stuff that you do? Is there one that you enjoy more than others?
Probably my favorite knife to make is a mid-sized tactical, either with a duplex grind or a multi-grind on it. Uh, those seem to be the most popular among my friends and customers. Uh, it seems like I can get a little bit more out of them.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, it seems like you're becoming you know the go-to guy for multi-grinds. Whenever a multi-grind conversation comes up, your name definitely is in there.
Yeah, I mean it wasn't necessarily something I intended on doing. It was something that just kind of happened. Uh, you know, Object A met Object B, and we've never got apart since. So, good, bad, or indifferent, it's what I'm known for now, and I really enjoy it.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so a little bit of so we talked about your products. Let's talk a little bit about price. So you're here to make money. What's your price range for the knives in general, or is it so expansive that we can't even talk about it? Or how do you do your pricing?
My pricing is based on the materials that are used, the style of grind the customer wants, how thick the steel is, what type of steel. Of course, the price goes up and down. It varies anywhere from on my few production knives that I do, anywhere from $385 to $575, and on customs it varies anywhere from about 575 on up.
Okay. What about your cleavers, or sorry, your hatchets and those? Where do those range?
The Hawks in
Yeah.
right now in 80 CRV2, the Hawks are going right at, depending on the materials used for the scales on there, anywhere from about $550 to $600 on the 80 CRV2. The hawks that I'm doing right now in A2 are a little bit more expensive because they're an air hardening steel and they have to have a zero atmosphere to be heat treated, and you get a lot better edge retention and sharpness with them. Those are ranging from about 625 up on those. And once I get the M4 Rex in for these hawks, they'll start out at about $700 because of the grade of the steel.
And you'll do all of that heat treat and temper in-house?
Yes.
Oh, nice. Okay. So I know that you're out there to make money. This is your full-time job, but have you had anyone come at you with barters? I always find it interesting to hear the stories about barters and what crazy things people offer.
Yeah, I do some trading. I'll get people that want to trade me 15 different knives, for one knife, and I'm really not too big on that. And I'll get people that want to trade me a really good knife, for one of my knives, and that's something that's definitely a possibility. But probably the craziest thing that I ever had offered to me was an outside porta potty for my shop. I had to back out on that one.
Oh man, who doesn't want a porta potty 2 steps out of your shop?
That's right.
Nice. So all right, hey Michael. So I know you got a few things for us to see there. What do you got for us?
This is one of my Damascus fighters. The sheath is made by Casey Kreger on this one. It's Alabama Damascus in a multi-grind with Voodoo Resins scales on it. Nice. And this is a current project I'm working on right now. It's one of my my Persian Scouts in 300s CPM M4 Rex with Mokumi scales.
What's Mokumi?
Mokumi is a mixture of copper and silver and tin that's been pressed together in order to make a Damascus-like pattern.
Oh, okay.
This is the new Tactical Hawk. This is the prototype on it that I had at Blade with me.
Nice. And
this is A2 tool steel. It's been bolstered with carbon fiber and has OD green micarta scales on it.
Nice. Cool. Have you those hawks that you make? Have you sold them to police and military to use for breaching? What are those hawks being used for?
Yeah, I've got a couple that are running around right now that are with different law enforcement agencies, and one with a friend of mine that's in the military, and they get used pretty hard through training, breaching, tactical situations that they're using them in.
Nice. All right, cool. Well, I appreciate you taking the time with us today. Give us a little quick recap of your company, the products that you guys sell, and where people can get a hold of these. I'll have the Facebook links and any other links for your social media in the description. But yeah, go give me a little quick recap.
Half-Life Knives is a veteran-owned company. Everything we do here, other than the leather sheaths that we get, are done right here on location, from the cuts to the treat, all the grinding. We're a local company. We try and stay small and keep the prices as low as we can. My either just on Facebook page, or they can be found at H&H Shooting Sports in Oklahoma City.
Oh, okay. So you have some retail. You have a retail location where people can go.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
Facebook and then H&H Shooting Sports.
Yes.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Michael. I greatly appreciate it. But thank you, man.
You're welcome, Eugene.